everybody, I am back for video 133 of 365. It is a beautiful October afternoon. I just love being outside, so I thought today would be great to just take my little Osmo camera and come outside in the breeze. So here I am. So I thought I would talk about what they call the winter arc, which is basically quarter four of the year. And that means we have 3 months, less than 3 months, till 2026. So a lot of people will do their, their New Year's resolutions and have all these goals and that they want to achieve. And so I thought we'd start early. Why wait until January 1st to start working towards your goals? And I think we should use winter arc as the time to shift our identity. So let's work on that. So the first thing I thought I would start with is weight loss. I know a lot of people struggle with that, and that's one of the probably the top New Year's resolutions that people have around this time of year. Whenever the year starts, they're getting ready. They're like, yep, it's Halloween candy time and Thanksgiving time and Christmas time. I'm just going to get through the holidays, and then January 1st, we're going to start. So I thought, let's start now. So I'm going to read you guys something from the late, amazing Gladys McGarey. She was considered the mother of holistic medicine. She was 103 when she passed away. She passed away a year ago. September, I think, of last year. She was 103. So she was an amazing lady, and I found videos that she put out, and I bought her book, and I just thought she was super special. So I wanted to read, I transcribed, I went into my archives of notes. This is what I'm doing now, trying to figure out the best things to give you guys as I'm going through my notes that I started 9 years ago. So going through those archives. So this is one of the ones that get called out to me today to start here. So, and I transcribed this from a video, so I'm just going to kind of read it. Some of it, hopefully, there's no, I don't know why I didn't put any punctuation really in this. I think it was voice. I think that's what it was. I didn't say period or anything anywhere, so just bear with me. So she said, this is about weight loss. Okay. Let's take a look at your life and what it's like right now. As you look back on the years and find a weight that was a weight you want to be now. Find a weight that you would like to project back into, a weight that you handled at one time and worked for you. Let's look at your life and the way you're living it right now. There's something that doesn't work right for you, or are you upset about something? Maybe you could change the way you're looking at it. Maybe there is somebody in your life that has made you angry or caused some strange emotions for you. So unconsciously you started compensating. Maybe something has changed in your life from the time when you were at a normal, maybe something has changed in your life from the time when you were at a weight that you considered normal. It's nice to have a starting point, address that, and judge the process from that perspective. If you can't figure out anything about it, or it doesn't seem to make any sense, then ask your dreams, what is it that changed that has allowed me to put this weight on? Which at this point is not acceptable to me. Have a discussion with yourself, within your body. Find out from your dreams what you could do, a way that you could address food or exercise or another process. Then decide how you can change that. Unless it makes sense to you, it will be difficult for you to even think about doing things that will help you lose weight. When you've decided what you could do to change it, work at how you can change the things that are causing you to be overweight into things that will allow you to lose weight. Find what weight is most comfortable to you, what weight you desire to be. Find the things in your life that will make a difference in the way you eat, sleep, digest, exercise, the way you deal with your own life. Weight makes us think that we can protect ourselves from something in order to lose weight and keep it off. If you can find out the issue that started the weight gain in the first place, it will feel right for you and you'll be able to keep it off. She suggested making a dream journal and record your dreams. Ask your sleeping self, what is it that I'm missing? What can I do to change the way in which my body is dealing with weight? Are there some things that are part of my lifestyle that is contributing to it? Ask yourself some personal questions so that inner aspect of you, the inner physician, can get answers to you for you to interpret. It knows the answers. It will add another dimension to your perspective. Then you can start working from that and build on the structure on how much you want to lose weight. A plan that you can work yourself into that fits with your lifestyle and can adjust those so that you're able to lose weight. Sorry, no punctuation. Start out by asking, when I go to sleep, tonight I would like to dream and get some answers. Get a dialogue going and understand that this is a real part of yourself that is speaking to you. So that was a video that she put out. So, all I just thought that was interesting. You can kind of like take that. You might need to hear that a couple times. You might need to 2 times that or rewind it. I don't know. Play it back. But the gist of it is ask yourself questions. Figure out what it is that you desire. What weight would you like to be? And what do you think you're protecting yourself from? That is something that Louise Hay, she wrote the book, You Can Heal Your Life. And in the back of it, I recommend everybody get this book, by the way. In the back of it, every physical ailment you can possibly think of is back there. And it kind of gives what emotions are attached to that physical ailment. And then there's an affirmation at the end of it to tell you kind of what to start thinking a little more than the negative thought that you might be thinking about yourself. So again, this takes you back to yourself. You know, why would we put on weight? And it energetically, it's protection from something. It's fear, underlying fear. So if you really think about what might I be fearful of in my life? What might be holding this weight on me as protection? And I don't like to think of it anymore as a losing weight. I look at it as releasing weight. So how can I release the emotions that caused the weight gain in the first place? And remember, as you shift your identity and you start to see yourself differently, you will be attracted to different things and not as attracted to some of the old things. And you'll just feel different. I'm a food addict. I love food so much. I've had dreams of being in bakeries and eating like the whole place. In Vegas, I remember going to Vegas a couple times, and my absolute dream there is all the buffets that have the dessert, like the dessert buffets. Oh my God. I'd fill up like 2 full plates of just full desserts, like wanted to try everything. But to me, and again, it's a belief thing, I'm sure too. I don't know, we'll get into that some other time, but I do believe that, you know, sugar puts weight on us, of course. So, but also I think it's just stress. I think it's just protection. We're stressed, we want to overeat, and then that puts the weight on as well. So get in touch with yourself as usual. As I always say, what are you thinking about yourself? Why might you be holding on to this extra weight that you don't need anymore? And that can be a metaphor for life. What else are you holding on to that could be contributing to your body holding on to the weight? I've heard Bashar say that weight is like extra matter. It's like extra energy that doesn't know where to go. So it kind of just gets stuck in our body. And we need to kind of unblock the flow. So the flow can, you know, the energy can flow through and not pack on, you know, extra matter, which is poundage that we don't need. So think about a weight that you want to be. When were you last comfortable? And then what changed in your life possibly that kept adding more wanting more food, less exercise, or whatever the case is. So get in touch with that. And also just remember that this winter arc thing, make it your number one goal to have enjoyment. That's what I'd start with as well. Even releasing weight can be a joyful experience, because as you get to know yourself better and better, you're going to shift and you're going to change into a different person and manifest a completely different person who's not going to be overweight anymore, because the thoughts, feelings, behaviors, beliefs, all of that will change as you look at yourself differently. So if you are overweight, which I think, gosh, the statistics are really high. Last time I looked, I really can't remember, but I know that diabetes is very high. I know that 50% of Americans are headed towards Alzheimer's, which is considered, it's either considered now or going to be considered type 3 diabetes. So it's just a little concerning, of course. And so we need to take care of our bodies as much as possible, so we're not one of those statistics. You become your own statistic. Those statistics are just there to, well, they're there to scare us. But I want you to become your own statistic of joy and enjoyment and freedom and feeling good in your body. After I released that weight from me, I've never really felt this good. And I'm almost 43. And I I feel so much better not overeating. I was eating way too much. I just didn't need to be eating what I was eating, but it was so enjoyable to eat it that it was like, this sucks. But I find that I just don't need as much as I used to. And I'll tell myself that, and I'll catch myself when I'm in the addiction. And that's the addiction again to the old way of being, the old thoughts, the old stress. And so if you get in touch with what is triggering me, what is stressing me, and again, disrupting the pattern and replacing and rewiring and restoring back to, the new self that we're creating, you won't need the same things that you needed before. You'll be able to find joy in other things, and you'll be able to eat more slowly and enjoy what you're eating. Because I promise you, like, I could probably eat all day long, never stop, because it's just so enjoyable to me. It's so bad. But I feel so much better not gorging myself, because the reason why it felt so good is because I was stressed. And so when you're stressed, your decisions are going to be different than when you're not stressed. So get in touch with what is causing you to overeat. Get in touch with what you're fearful of and what you're trying to protect yourself from. Those are a few questions to ask yourself. And remember that no matter what, even when you lose that weight, you still got to deal with your inside and how you feel. So, and you can kind of change those simultaneously. You can be working on your self-concept and losing weight at the same time. Double whammy, like that's awesome. So we can do a lot of things like that. You can shift a lot of things, but self-concept, man, gotta look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And think about that little kid in you that might be rejected or might have been dismissed, and stop dismissing yourself. If you've got some things you want to change them. You can do it. You start small and you start telling yourself, I deserve to change. I deserve to feel better. You deserve to feel better every day. Take care of yourself. Be consistent every day. Never change. Figure out what works for you the most. Like, I have a schedule where no matter what, like, I've kept this pretty much the same schedule. Like, I pretty much eat this is just for me. This doesn't matter, for everybody else, but this is just for me. I know it works for me, is to stay consistent. And that makes me feel better. And I'm very structured. And so that works for me. I'm suggesting it for you. If you're not a structured person, maybe you want to try to be structured and see if that helps you. And maybe it won't help. I don't know. But everybody's got their own way of doing things. But I do find that I think that consistency is really what matters, and showing up for yourself. And as you decide to do something, like make a goal of something, and you show up for yourself and actually stay consistent, then you're going to have such great results, and you're just going to feel so much better about yourself. And that's what really matters in the end, is that you're feeling great about yourself. Everything else shifts when you feel great about yourself, I promise you. And so, we'll just keep talking about all these things. I think I'm going to do a series on winter arc, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that'll be the next 90 videos. It's just winter arc. I got to put winter arc in the title. So just, if you see that every day, just know that it's for the algorithm. I got to get these videos seen because I want to help a lot of people. So please like, share, and subscribe if you'd like to. And please share this with somebody who might need it. If you made it all the way to the end, I don't think I introduced myself, but I'm Samantha, and I'm a therapist, and I'm doing a video every day for a year to get over my fear of public speaking and social anxiety, and this is video number 133. And I'll be back tomorrow. Check out my other videos if you'd like. I have some EMDR meditations on there. If you'd ever like to try one of those out, they're pretty relaxing. So do not drive while you're listening to these. You might want to lay down for a while or sit. Probably sitting up is the best thing, because you're going to fall asleep probably if you're laying down. So, well, you guys take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.